Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. Today, I'm just gonna kind of go over what's been going on in the emulation or handheld community, new stuff and whatnot. I didn't even bring a handheld with me today. My work day yesterday beat my ass. I don't even think I could hold a handheld right now. I was out on tower site from right after I posted my last video that morning to, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock that night, lifting up heavy equipment and working on a tower all damn day. So yeah, I'm beat to hell right now. I can't hold a handheld. My hands are shot, so we'll talk about what's going on. So I apologize that I don't have anything to pull out and be like, hey, check this shit out. I don't. But a quick update. The Miyoo Flip that's been ordered for this channel that has yet to ship and had no signs of life all the way to this morning. They finally emailed me and said, well, it turns out we're out of the color you wanted. You can wait, a couple weeks for us to ship you that color. But we're worried about the tariffs, and when it's ready to ship, if you still want that color, I needed to send more money as, just to make sure everything's covered, and then they would potentially refund me the difference. They just weren't sure. Which, okay, I get it. I get the problem that you're scared of that. You're not sure what it's going to cost, and you're worried you're going to have to take an L on the whole thing. But yeah, you've had my order for plenty of time. You could have sent that email, hell, a couple weeks ago and told me that color wasn't an option. So I told them to swap colors and just send me whatever the hell they have in stock, as long as it's not that piss yellow ugly one. So they're going to send the black one instead of the gray 16-bit, which, the sponsor of my channel, he likes the 16-bit. That's his main one he likes. Then he likes the black one. My color choices are reversed anyway. I like the black one and the 16-bit second. So it's working out, and I'm starting to pep up a little bit, guys. Sorry, I'm just got in. Like I said, I'm beat to shit. So, but let's talk about everything that's been showing up online about handhelds. So let's start off with the RG557. Okay, now I've seen images of a 557. A couple weeks back, and it pretty much looked like a Nintendo Switch with a Hori gamepad attached. And everybody's like, that's the 557. And I was like, I don't know, that doesn't look like the 557. But you never know with these companies, right? Well, this is from Anbernic themselves. This is their video on the 557. They essentially kept the same design as the 556, which sometimes I complain about companies not doing anything different or new. But sometimes when you find something that works, why the hell not just improve on that a little bit? And the 556 was one of the most comfortable handhelds I'd ever owned. I love that thing. So this looks a lot like the 556. So I can tell you right now, that's going to be really comfortable. Sorry. I was outside all day. Allergies are kicking my ass too. That thing's going to be really comfortable. Plastic will probably be a fingerprint magnet like everything else, but if you get to clear, it's not that bad. I had the clear blue 556. If you look back at my videos, I love that damn thing. It was great. I love Anbernic. Realistically, they've done no wrong to me ever. They're one company that anytime I've ordered from them, everything went smooth. Anbernic, just bam, there you go. There's your device. Shit never really broke, never really had a problem. I mean, look at their 35XX SP. They got the hinge first try. Bam, hinge. Perfect. I've opened and closed my 35XX SP 100,000 times. No signs of wear on the hinge. So, yeah, Anbernic, they're right in that groove. You know, they know their target audience. They know what they can do, and they knock that shit out the park every time. Love them for that, okay? A lot of people don't necessarily like Anbernic and will bash them. They're Retroid fans, which there's nothing wrong with that, but look what Retroid recently did to you, so get fucked. Anyway, but love this. Now, I do have some complaints, but it's not about the handheld itself. I watched this video, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Honkai Star Rail, good picture quality. Of course, we got the white one. Good picture quality. I do like that they did this. I love Anbernic so much. But, you know, they fogged it out. That way, yeah, Wii U games are fogging out there. I hope they do a black one, too. Not that I'd get the black one. I'm scared of Anbernic white handhelds, but I'd probably go with a transparent. And I really hope they do. You know, I want to see, like, a transparent green from Anbernic. Like, like the SP green. Oh, shit, do the green transparent, the SP colors, okay? Green and red on a 557. That shit would be killer. Green and red 557s, transparent like this. Tell me that wouldn't be cool as shit. Anyway, so here we start with some bullshit. If you missed that, Shadow of the Colossus 3X. Okay, maybe. Okay, I might buy this. I didn't see specs on it yet, and as I'm making this video, they may have released specs. They could have released specs an hour ago. I don't know. I'm sore. I hurt. I don't give a shit. But right now, I don't know the specs aside from what we're seeing. So, Curse of Darkness 4X. I could probably see that. I got some older handhelds. I can run that native. Let's get to some of the bullshit, though. Right here, we're not showing any scaling options to say Tomb Raider Legend 2X on a console that should not be named. Here we go, Silent Assassin 2X. I can believe that. It looks a little choppy here, though. I love you, Anbernic, but if you're going to release a video like this, do us a favor. Go back and take off frame skip and then rerun the video. Right here. Anybody want to point this out? Anybody realizing my issue with this? The fuck is the point of running PSP God of War at 8X? You're not seeing a change here past a certain point. You're sure in the hell not actually seeing 8 times the resolution on this screen. Okay? This was stupid. That's dumb. Right there. You're not going to see it on that screen. You're way past max, capability for this screen, which I would assume is another AMOLED panel. But at 8X resolution on PSP, I doubt the handheld is even trying to actually hit that mark. It's already capped. Okay? It's not trying to hit 8X. So that is a stupid marketing ploy. I love you, Anbernic, but that's dumb. That is dumb. No. Slap your fucking hand off there. Bad. Okay? Stop acting like the community is full of idiots. We bust you guys all the time. Do not follow Retroid. Okay? Don't. You have yet to disappoint me. Do not go down that road. Please. After all this tariff bullshit, you're probably going to be one of the few companies I would still order from. Because of your quality, and you've never disappointed, so don't fuck around. Moving on. So 8X PSP. 8X is bullshit. And right here again. Man, is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories really 8X? Yeah, how animated, cartoony can a game look, right? Let's let him finish this. So that looks like a transparent purple and then a white. I know Anbernic's not always good at releasing all these great colors off the bat. They do a couple colors. And sometimes I don't know if that's, just how they do things, or it's because they're like, all right, let's use the plastic here and the plastic here. Let's see how these two work out. If this is a hit, then we'll invest the time and money into doing other colors like they do with the SP. So if it's more of a quality control thing on why we only do 2 at a time, it's cool. I'm okay with it. I can wait. All right, moving past the 557. For anybody watching, I can tell you from my experience with the 556, and this looks exactly the same. This will be amazingly comfortable. The ergonomics will be far and away above everything else out right now. Okay? It's not the best I've ever had. No, period. It's not. It is one of the best Anbernic. I'd say close second would be the Cube. But first is definitely the 556. So this will be right there with it. The most comfortable handheld I have ever held in my life was a Logitech G Cloud. If that handheld was like the power of a Retroid Pocket 5, Logitech would have, at that point in time, taken over. Everybody would have had that G Cloud, okay? The G Cloud was a little underpowered. It was meant for cloud streaming. I was able to get some PS2 and GameCube out of my G Cloud, which at the time, a lot of people were like, that's horseshit, until they watched me play PS2 and GameCube. Because I had one of the first models out. But yeah, I got it to work. It was great. I put that G-Show on it. I love the G Cloud. But it was a rare occasion where I picked up a handheld where somebody offered me more money than I paid for it to buy it off of me. Because they wanted all the, everything I put in it. All the little tweaks and shit I did to make it work. They wanted it. So they paid me a lot extra for it. And I told them, you can go get one and I'll help you. But they're like, hell no, I want it today. I want it now. I'll pay you extra. So I did it. You can't blame me there. All right, moving past. Aiden Walls. Okay, if you don't know who Aiden Walls is, he does the same stuff. He's really good at what he does. I do like his videos. I feel like he's really honest. Okay, I trust his opinion. He's one of the people I trust, right next to Retro Game Core. Okay, and anytime he does a video, he does teardowns. He'll give you his honest opinion, what it feels like. Does it feel quality? Does it this? Is it this? Is it this? His Miyoo Flip V2, the hinge is already breaking. Now, he is stress testing it by opening it and closing it thousands of times. He's basing it off of you opening and closing it 10 times a day, and then he's running that up like, okay, 10 times a day, say 100 days out of the year you use it, so 1,000, and then he'll multiply that, so maybe 3,000 times you'll open and close it throughout a year. I don't remember where he got, but he said almost a year worth of opening and closing, and this metal hinge started to give. It has 2 or 3, I think he said it has 3 opening positions. The first position doesn't exist anymore. It's already snapped off of there. I'm guessing it's a little notch that stops it. I'm guessing that's now shaved off. The second opening position, it hardly sits there. And then the third one, it still sits fine. It just opens all the way to that almost. Now, he did a sound test where he opened and closed it. And my speakers on my work computer suck, so you're not going to get the full experience, but go over to his channel and watch this. But he opens and closes it. Sounds like a bag of gravel in there. Okay? It's bad. And this is the V2. This is the fix. Okay? I avoided the V1 because I knew the hinge was bad. When it comes to a clamshell, avoid the first release, the first version of any clamshell. Let them get stress tested. Wait and see if the community starts doing returns because of broken hinges. All right? Please do not waste your money and jump right on this shit. It's gonna cost you. All right. Now, I did order a V2. Talked about it right at the start of this video. So I guess we'll see. Maybe it was a fluke. I doubt it. So the Miyoo V2 is probably, we'll call it a disposable handheld. Okay? It has a 1-year lifespan before that hinge screws you over. If Miyoo is smart, they'll figure out a way to just sell a metal hinge replacement and a guide on how to pop it out and replace it. Okay? And I've done this for SPs, and the process sucks. So go over to his channel, watch this video on the Miyoo Flip. You'll see what I'm talking about. At the start, he does talk about how he feels like he was a little harsh with the Retroid Pocket Flip 2. I don't think he was. Him and Joey from Joey's Retro Handhelds, they were probably the more honest reviews I've seen. And they're not technically reviews because they have engineering samples. Which is a cop-out to say these are actually retail units, but we want you to see what the hell's wrong with them real quick. And whatever people see on camera, we can blame it on, oh, it's an engineering sample. So most of the time, I don't see a change between the engineering sample and what the retail units are. You still just get the fucking first run of them, and they still suck ass and break. But anyway, he said he felt like he was too hard on the Flip 2. I don't think he was. Not that he watches my videos, but if you did, dude, no. Your video was great. It was honest. That's what people want to see, or at least my people. So, anyway, check this one out on his channel. Moving on. Retroid Pocket Classic. Okay, I know some of you vegan, I think you're waiting to see the size on this. Look at them. Not a fan of the line still. Retroid's making some weird fucking design choices, especially with like the top of the Pocket Flip 2. Butt ugly as shit I've ever seen. Okay, Retroid, your design team needs fucking fired. So I don't like these lines, but look at the size of this. Okay, I get it. It looks like Game Boy colors. Oh, let's back up a little bit. So Retroid Pocket 5, a little longer than the screen. Yeah, no one. Yeah, I get it. It looks like the controller. So, right here, Retroid Pocket Flip 2, it's about the length of the Flip 2. And if you look at the width, it's probably close to the same width. So, it's going to be like the Flip 2 closed. This, considering the screen being used, should be really, really close to the ayaneo Pocket DMG size. You may be lacking a little length because the DMG will have the analog stick and the trackpad. So you're probably lacking just a little bit. So this is probably just slightly smaller than the ayaneo Pocket DMG. But you'll get the same screen. So if you want an ayaneo Pocket DMG without the stupid trackpad and analog stick, which I call them stupid because I think trackpads on a handheld are fucking dumb. But it is useful. I've used it. It's fine. Anyway, I've talked about that before. But if you want a DMG without that shit, here it is. I don't like this offset. Look how off this is. I mean, seriously. Why? I mean, I get this is a 6 button. You have extra room here. You could have slid over. I mean, this is off center, off center. Any of you with certain conditions, that shit like this, that is still butt fucking ugly. Sorry. Any of you with certain problems, you know, with symmetry, that's going to bug the shit out of you. It's going to bug the shit out of me. It's fucking stupid. This design is stupid. This design is the dumbest design I've seen. Why didn't you just stick to this? This was fine. I mean, even back in the day, Nintendo knew. Just small design on the lid, thank you. Like, that was fine. This is fucking dumb. That is stupid as shit. Dumb. Dumb company right there. Just keep fucking up, Retroid, please. Yep. Just keep, like, showing your hand. Show everybody how fucking stupid you can be. Anyway. If we get you keep showing the Classic 6. So, not quite the same bump out as a GVC. It looks like it actually curves in a little. right there. So you get a little shelf or a little edge. But on the edge right there, that could potentially be one of those handhelds where when you rest your finger, you end up accidentally pressing the edge of that. Click. So, I guess we'll see. But things like the Powkiddy V10, that actually wraps around the side a little, and it's actually really easy to hit that. I will say that on the V10, the fact that it wraps around slightly and kind of molds to your hand, you can easily accidentally hit L and R. But when you're playing GBA on that handheld, since it's smaller, I criticized that early on. But the more I played GBA on it, I realized that how my hands sit on that V10, and the reason it's kind of off to the side, where it's easily reachable and molded to my finger, is because, think about it, the size of the handheld, you're trying to hit the back buttons, you don't have a whole bunch of grip on that thing. But because of the placement, they are very easy to hit. So if you get your hands right and you get comfortable and you practice with it, over time, it becomes actually really wonderful to play GBA on, because you get L and R really easy, and you can figure out your grip and make that V10 work amazingly well for you. So that was kind of a risky thing by Powkiddy, and I even hated it at first. But like I said, the more I played on it, it actually kind of worked out. So anyway, classic, length, 2S, RP Mini. Moving on. Look, I don't know what to say about this. This off-center shit, though, is still bugging me. These lines are still dumb. Sorry. And I couldn't do the 6 button, mainly because I don't care about 6 button. But that around the screen is... I prefer just the straight, just the black around it. I get it's color matching, but it bugs me. I prefer the screen to look like it disappears into it. You know what I mean? That's kind of why I wanted the black RP5. But whatever. Didn't happen. Ended up with the GameCube color. And you know what? I am not disappointed in the GameCube color version of it. So, yeah. There you guys go. I'm just opening another video so it doesn't sit on an ad, and of course YouTube and ads, but I ended up opening, you know what, I haven't watched Tech Dweeb's Flip 2 video yet. I don't know his take on it. I'm probably going to watch that after this, just so I know how he feels about it. Looks like ETA Prime also has his video out. I will probably watch ETA Prime's video. That's about it. When I started in this, guys, I watched Taki, Retro Game Core, Tech Dweeb, ETA Prime, and then later Aiden Walls. And those are kind of the ones I trust the most. Okay? The top people I trust are at Wolf Den, too. A lot of that guy, I feel like our channels would be close in style if he was a little more vulgar like I am. Because he's definitely, I feel, a little more honest and ruthless with these companies. But not quite as bad as me where, yeah, I don't hold back. But I trust these people's opinion. And I've seen, sometimes I've seen them waver a little bit. I've seen them say things and kind of, sometimes over, when you have so many subscribers in these companies and your bills and livelihood is dependent on a YouTube channel, sometimes I've seen these guys bend a little. Okay? I don't blame them, but you can tell when you see it happen. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. But overall, I do trust their opinion in their videos. And watching them is one of the reasons I wanted to get into it, because it's something I'm passionate about, and I felt like everybody, I felt like the community, if they wanted it, I would be the guy that can sit here and just bash the shit out of these companies if they deserved it and say what's on my mind and give that 100% authentic, real take on everything. And I'm happy to be that guy. I'm happy to go down with the ship, You know, let's set this bitch on fire. Let's do it. But, you know, I love the Legion. You guys are here. We're pushing 400 members now. I mean, we're getting close. We're not at 400, but we're getting close. So the Legion grows. You know, we're growing every day, getting stronger, guys. One of these days we'll be a top army. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna stop this here. Tell me what you think. What's your take on all this? What do you think about the size of the Retroid Pocket Classic? We do have one pre-ordered for this channel. When it shows up, I will, without a doubt, day one shit, I will bring the DMG with me, and we will compare the Ayaneo Pocket DMG, Retroid Pocket Classic. I will show you everything day one. And I want to do that for any of you that are holding out for a review video. If you're holding out on ordering the Classic because you want to see a review, and by that time, you know you're paying extra for it, right? Especially if you're in this country with me. You're going to be paying extra for that fucker. Here's the thing. I want you to, everything you can imagine, I want to be able to cover it. Now, I'm not the guy that tears it down. I'm not the guy that goes, they got this kind of silicone rubber pad, got this kind of buttons. The buttons are this size. We've discussed this, guys. Not the channel for that. I'm trying to come at this at a point of view as just a consumer that knows just enough to be dangerous. I know just like in that mindset. You know what I mean? Where you got the people that have learned just enough that they can fuck something up. And I try to look at it from that point of view. Now, off camera, I tear shit down. I check it out, and I like to mess with stuff. You know, I'm a tinker. I like rebuilding stuff. You know, I work on computers and phones. And so I know what the hell I'm doing. But I also do that for work, so I don't want to do that on my channel that I do for fun. All right. So tell me what you think about the 557, the Retroid Pocket Classic, and let me know if you watched Aiden Wall's video on the Miyoo Flip version 2, and what do you think about that hinge? Even if you go to his video, just to watch that part with the hinge and hear that fucker open, let me know what you think. So also, if you watch this video and you've made it this far, when it comes to the Retroid Pocket Classic, when that shows up, what would you like me to go over? If any of you are holding off, tell me. I will do my best to compile a list now, so when it shows up, I can cover everything possible. That way you can make your decision whether you want to spend the money on it or not. Okay? I will do my best. So if you have something you want me to cover, something you want to see, put it in the comments. I'll do my best to remember. I'll do my best to cover it. All right, guys. I'm going to get the hell off here. I'm going to work all day after this. But realistically, I'm going to kick my feet up. I'm going to let my college student that works, you know, a few desks away, he's going to do most of the work today. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to nap all day on the clock. I don't care. I run this shit anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, the owner obviously is above me, but fucking nobody tells me what to do here. I am my own boss in this bitch. So I'm going to nap in my office all day, and if I don't sleep all day, I'm probably going to like hop on Steam and play this demo, Nine Kings. Sorry, I know I keep going after I like close it down, but Nine Kings demo on Steam. Really good. It kind of reminds me of Balatro and like Age of Empires. Like Balatro and Age of Empires merged. So, all right, guys. Hit me up in the comments. I'll see you in the next episode.